The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, this is Gary Ball. Welcome in to the Scholastic Ball Report. We've got a great show for you this week. We've got a feature from WKYT from around the state. The Crown Trophy Scholars of the Week, the Marching Band Championship from Anderson County High School 4A state champions, and they're with their band directors. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, we got the state champion Paul Lawrence Dunbar soccer team. The boys, they were outstanding. From Nicholasville, we have another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week with some great sports action. UK Sports Medicine, Healthcare, Rodney Cunningham talk about concussions. But we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. The playoffs start in Kentucky. We've got them. It's called Game Time. Brian Milam and Lee K. Howard.
Bourbon County at Lexington Catholic in Class 4A. Knights leading 7-0 early in the first. This is a quick strike offense. Jack Goman to his man Corbin Perry over the middle. He picks up the first down. Setting up this, 2 plays later, Walker Hall, former WKYT Athlete of the Week. Touchdown, 14-0 Lex Cath. Same score later in the quarter. Goman is going to buy some time. Find some more time. Back across his body, that's a dart. The Tanner Pedroshi. And it looked like a busted play. It's a touchdown. 21-0 Knights. Bourbon County would find pay dirt, though, before the half. Jaden Moody is going to get to the outside, get some wiggle room. He's going to let his wheels do the rest. The Knights, though, they go on to win comfortably 33-19.
The Bird's Nest was full tonight for Great Crossing in Scott County. The Cards won 14-6 on October 1st. Red Heat scores first on the play action. Wait for Jeremy Hamilton to come into frame. There he is. And there he goes. Hamilton for 6. Scott County up 7-0. The Cardinals get the ball right back. Warhawks, bad exchange. Redbirds fall on it, get the ball deep in GC territory, and Scott County converts. Jake Colvin, his first touchdown of the first half. No trouble, says hello. Hey, what's up, playa? 14-0. Great Crossing needs an answer, and they need it now. Caleb Perry fakes the run, goes deep. Zachary Kelly, fingertip grab. 61 yards later, we've got a game, and Scott County in a squeaker again, 21-19.
I'd like to announce my commitment to
Four-star wide receiver Dane Key could have played his college football anywhere from Oregon to South Carolina, but the Frederick Douglass product has decided to stay home and become a Wildcat. Key making his announcement this evening in front of a packed house there at Douglass High School. The 6'2" receiver is ranked as the top player in the state and the 32nd best receiver in the nation. Key has led Douglass in receiving 3 straight years with a total of 105 catches for 1,717 yards and 26 touchdowns. Now he's ready to make plays in the Wildcats' new offense.
Their new offense is definitely what got me over there. You know, Coach Cohen, he's got something special, and we got it going over there. You know, just how they opened up a little pro-style offense, and, you know, that type of offense is what they run in the NFL, so that's going to really get me prepared for the next level.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report, our Crown Trophy Scholar Athletes of the Week segment. The Crown Trophy Scholars are from Anderson County 4A State Champion Marching Band. They were fantastic this season. And we got Patrick Brady with us, Philip Sohn, and 2 of the band members. First of all, congratulations on winning the 4A state title.
Thank you very much.
Patrick, how large is the Anderson County band?
Previous this year, since 2014 through 2019, before the pandemic, we averaged about 105 kids. Since the pandemic happened, we dropped down to 63 kids this year.
Talk about your season and your goals you had for the band this year.
Well, to make it through, it was a different set of expectations this year. We wanted to have an enjoyable time. We missed a year of performing, doing what the kids do best. We got some of the seniors here. We wanted to end the season as friends and family. And sometimes when you spend 6 days a week together, that doesn't always end like that. And we tried to keep the kids healthy through the season because that was another kind of wrench that was thrown in the mix. And since the pandemic has happened in 2020, we've only had 2 kids get sick through that. So it was a great track record. We were as safe as possible. And we had an extra year to plan in the off season. And ultimately, it was to come out on top, which with great competitors, 4A is extremely tough. And we did all of the things we set out to do this season.
What did winning the 4A State Marching Band Championship mean to Anderson County High School, the school? Anybody?
I would say it was a pretty big honor for the school. It's the second time they've won it since 2017. The first time with me since first one being in 2017. So the first one with me being on staff, I came on in 2019. It's a pretty well-respected program in the school district and well respected and well supported by all the administration, all the staff, the student body, and the students do all the work. They do a great job pushing themselves to be the best they can be. Our motto this year was making it count, and they certainly did all year long.
That's Philip, who just talked with us, Philip Sohn. And talk about the Endless Echo theme for your state band championship. Why did you choose that? Where did it come from?
It was, we wanted to take something very simplistic, like an echo that you would hear, and we would also have visual representations, but we just did it to the umpteenth degree. We took something very simple and made it as sophisticated, and it was well received by the judges, and even grandma in the stands could see and follow our product, which is sometimes us artistes do stuff a little bit over everybody's head, but the new people that were watching marching band for the first time and the judges that have been doing this activity for some of them 40 years of experience, it was very well received and seen throughout the entire show.
Well, that's important if you can win over grandma, I tell you. That's real important. Introduce your band members to us and the instrument they play.
This is Laura Quire. She is a senior trumpet player, and we have Logan Harvey, who is a percussionist and is in the drum line.
Let's start with Laura. How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. How did you get interested in music?
Well, my older brother actually started in the band program before I did. He was 2 years older, and he played tuba and marched. And so I would go to his band competitions and always watch him, and then I realized I wanted to do it too. And I've been playing trumpet since 6th grade, and I've been in the marching band since 8th grade.
Balance your academics and the band for me. I know you're a really good student as well.
Well, I mean, I like to challenge myself in school, and it's always been something that's really important to me. And I like that. I have that on top of band. I just like it makes me feel well-rounded to have something I can do outside of school. That's something, it takes a lot of work and dedication, just like schoolwork does. And it's really challenging to balance the two.
And Logan, what attracted you to the percussion instruments?
My mom was actually in the bass line at Anderson County when she was in high school. So her and my uncle were both in there together. So I grew up around drummers and how they talk and how they act. So it was definitely an influence. And once I got to middle school, I got to try it out and I fell in love with it. And I'm just like my mom now, drumming along, having a great time.
What do you like most about the marching band?
I probably like how close we all are, especially this year. I mean, everyone has really enjoyed each other's company. I've never felt bad about being with anyone. There hasn't been any harsh feelings. So it's just nice to have a really close group who I can go to for everything, be happy around all the time.
And I know conditioning is a big part of band. How both you, Laura and Logan, how do you stay in shape for it all?
They don't have an option. We start off every practice. We stretch and we do ab workouts, and then we actually have a cardio routine that we go through daily. And that's something that we haven't implemented before until this year. And we modeled that off of Lafayette's success in Lexington, and they're a super strong group. We actually had one of their instructors come work with us this year, and he kind of stressed this, and I'm not sure that's what put us into the position of winning this year, but it certainly didn't hurt.
Well, thank you, Patrick and Philip, for being with us in the Anderson County Marching Band state champions. Congratulations from the Scholastic Ball Report. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
All right, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. It's time for our Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, and it's the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs boys soccer team. Coach Jay Ray won it all, Coach, and what an outstanding job you and your team did here this past week in Lexington, and congratulations to you and your program.
We appreciate it. Thanks for having us on, and it's been a fun week celebrating with the boys and bringing number 5 back to Dunbar.
Coach, I got to tell you, I was up there producing the games, for the KHSA TV, and just seeing you guys, have to battle with a man down in that ball game, that was something special. And the speed of this team is really amazing, Coach. Talk to us about from start to finish about this great season of yours.
Yeah, earlier we started back in June with preseason, and I told the boys then, I said, I think we have something special this year. I said, we've got a really great collection of talent, but that always doesn't win out. We want to make sure that we're working hard every day to come together as a team and make sure we're doing what we need to do to achieve our goals. Last season we won district and we won our region tournament as well, but lost the first game in state and kind of left a bad taste in the mouth for us that were returning, the guys that were seniors this year and some of the juniors that were on the team last year. So I just talked to them about, staying focused, staying on course this year. And, we'll take some bumps along the way, but I think if we stick to what we want to do and make sure we keep our eye on the final goal, that we could get there. And, I was really proud of how they performed all year. And, even in the state final game, it didn't quite go like we wanted it to go, but even being down a man for 60 minutes, these guys just kept fighting. Even when we got ahead, they tied it back up, and then we were able to pull ahead again in the end. And just a testament to their fight and their character and their willingness to play for the team and get the job done.
Such a special team that you got here, Coach. Who are some of the players that you got with us today? I know you brought 3 of your superstars off the team.
Yes, sir. These are our 3 captains this year. The way we do our captains usually is I will elect one and the team will elect one. But the team really, all 3 of these guys were really looked highly upon by our team. So these 3 were elected as captains this year. And we've got Isaac Cano, a senior, Kobe Valdivia, also a senior, and Reese Calhoun, who's also a senior this year. But these are our 3 leaders coming into the season this year, and they've been our 3 leaders throughout the season. Reese, unfortunately, took an injury in the region tournament and wasn't able to finish out his senior season, but he's been a huge part of our season, getting us to where we were. And then, Kobe's one of our defenders who has got a lot of speed and a lot of technical skill on the outside. He helps us defensively, but also helps create some chances in the attack. Is a big part of our season this year, also with just his leadership on the field. And then Isaac Cano, who's kind of been our do-it-all for us this year. He's led us in goals and kind of been our main attacking threat. But he'd be the first to tell you it takes a team effort. But these are definitely 3 of the guys that have got us there.
Reese, you had a tremendous season in the regular season. Then you had to become one of the best cheerleaders on the team. How'd you become that and help Dunbar win a state championship?
Well, I knew that our team could stick through it, and we have such great depth in our team. So anybody taking my spot will shine, and get some goals and assists and keep the team going.
Isaac, just want to talk to you for a second as well. So crafty with the ball out there. You know, you were out there basically playing the game. You know, unbelievable. I mean, you've got pro soccer player written all over you. The way that you dribble that ball out there and able to create shots the way you do, and your passes are on par. I mean, just outstanding player, Isaac. Just talk to us about what this championship means to you, and you know, start to finish from the season. How's this season grown on you?
Thank you so much for your compliment, but I'd say it all began with our mentality and training. You know, when we would start training, we figured out whenever we would train hard and train good, that's the way we would play, and if we would train poorly, it'd show in the game. So once we figured out that whenever we trained hard and gave everything we had in practice, it would show in our game.
Absolutely.
Kobe, you have speed to burn out there. How did that help you against Covenant Catholic? Because they were a pretty quick team as well.
I was able to get back on defense. It's just teamwork, you know, effort and focus. Just defending is effort. Like Coach tells us all the time, it's effort when to win the ball.
Coach, talk to us about, you know, there was one in particular goal. I'm not sure if it was the first one or the second one in that game. I have to go back and look at it. But, you know, there was a dedication after that goal, you know, a celebration, if you will. But, you know, your guy kind of lifted up his shirt, and then he kind of, you know, went over to the crowd and showed, I believe it was in honor of maybe a fallen teammate or a fallen friend or something. Coach, can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so we had a Dunbar student passed away last week. I believe it was last Thursday night. He was in the Hispanic community and played soccer with a lot of those guys. Was really close to one of our players, Rico Romero. Rico actually contacted me Friday and let me know that, I mean, I had already knew that we had a student pass away, but I wasn't sure how close he was to any of our teammates. And Rico contacted me Friday and let me know that it was one of his good friends and he wasn't going to be able to come to practice Friday. They were going to pay their respects to him and have a little memorial for him. And I told him, I said, look, man, do what you need to do. If you don't feel like you're going to be up to play tomorrow, I understand, but you know, I'm here for you, whatever you need. And he told me, Coach, you know, I really want to play. And I said, you know, I think, you know, if you're going to play, just, you know, play for him, make sure you do everything for him and leave it out on the field for him. And Rico's a guy, he'd gotten a broken nose in our region tournament and had surgery on it earlier in the week. So he's coming off a broken nose. He's coming off his friend passing away. And, you know, I asked him, you know, just to go out and do what he could on Saturday, and comes up with a winning goal, about 7 minutes left in the game. And so you know, there's really no words for, you know, how that happens or why that happens. But, you know, it moved me to tears, and I know it moved a lot of our players to tears just to see that happen and for him to have success on the field after so much had gone on for him last week.
I was going to say, Coach, you know, we were up there, you know, in the press box, but looking down and seeing the Dunbar faithful there, everybody that came out, and your fan base, I mean, man, did they show up, Coach. But that was a special moment in that game, and just seeing everybody's face in that, you know, it was kind of an emotional moment, a real emotional moment.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, we grow so close as a team during the year. And I like to think I know a lot of what's going on, you know, off the field with these guys as well. But, you know, you don't know everything. And then something like this happens and it just brings you closer. And, you know, I'd like to think that the guys know I'm going to be there for them no matter what happens, and support them in whatever they want to do. But this was a unique circumstance that we obviously didn't expect, nor we'd really ever want to happen. You know, I was reflecting, I lost a close friend when I was in high school, and it took a really long time to get over that. And I knew that, you know, a lot of these kids are going to be grieving and going through that process. And, you know, the last thing that I really wanted them focused on was the game. But, you know, to their credit, they came out and played, and, you know, especially Rico, who's so close to him, you know, to his credit, he, you know, played for him and put on a heck of a performance.
Coach, super proud of you guys, and you know, you guys are going to remember this for a lifetime. I mean, a state championship. I mean, just what a great season you all had, and just congratulations to you. We're super proud of you here.
We appreciate it. We're just trying to carry on the tradition. You know, this thing's number 5 for Dunbar, and you know, they have a long tradition of soccer success. So we're hoping to, keep it going from here. But these three and all the rest of the senior class have been a huge part, and we really appreciate all of their time and effort that they've given to the program to keep it rolling. And here's to a couple more in the future.
Absolutely. We wish you guys nothing but the best of success moving forward, and congratulations on a great season. That's Coach Jay Ray and his three outstanding captains of the state champion Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs here on the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Let's take a look at the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Henry Clay versus Tates Creek, and Tates Creek's Kobe Middleton gets a foot down to the back of the end zone to give the Commodores an early 7-0 lead. Take a look at it one more time. Andrew Witherington hits Middleton, gets the toe tap for the score, and Tates Creek avenges a regular season loss to Henry Clay, winning 33-15. Congratulations to Kobe Middleton, the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report and the UK Sports Medicine segment. Today we have Riley Cunningham from UK Sports Medicine and athletic trainer at Frankfort High School. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, Riley.
Thank you for having me on.
That's great. And today we're talking about a very important topic, concussions. So let's start out with a question. After diagnosing an athlete with a concussion, what do you tell the athlete and the parents to educate them on how to manage the athlete's concussion?
Well, for the athlete, I tell them to go home and rest. Try to stay up for an hour or so, just so your parent can monitor if your symptoms change drastically. And limit screen time too. You don't really want any extra stimulus to your brain. So like playing on your phone, watching TV, playing video games, stuff like that. For treating the headache, you need to use Tylenol, using NSAIDs such as Tylenol, not Tylenol, but ibuprofen. That has blood thinning properties to it. So in case there's a slight chance there is a brain bleed, you don't want to take an NSAID to thin the blood for that, make things worse. And then once you start feeling better, you need to look at scheduling an appointment with preferably a sports medicine physician, just because they deal with, concussions and athletes. So they kind of understand, the return to play protocol as to continue on with that.
So does an athlete need to go to the emergency room if they sustain a concussion?
No, but what you need to look for is that big drastic change in symptoms. Let's say you have sudden mood swings, you start getting numbness and tingling in your extremities, just that big drastic change from 20, 30 minutes ago. That's whenever you want to go in and get seen.
So just one final question. If you witness a concussion in your case, say it's at a football game or something like that, or you suppose it could be, what would be your protocol?
My protocol is, sit the kid out for the remainder of the game. We have to get the kid seen once they're 24, sometimes even 48 hours symptom free. Just depends how long the symptoms last. Once they get that physician's clearance, we take them through the 6-day protocol, the return to play protocol, which just gradually increases activity level throughout those 6 days till eventually they're cleared. And then once you're cleared and ready to go, it's full go.
That is the value of having an athletic trainer on site and giving good advice for things like concussions or other injuries that could affect a high school sports athletes and their performances. That's Riley Cunningham from UK Sports Medicine and Frankfort High School, keeping us in the game and in the high school sports activities all the time. Thank you, Riley.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Lafayette at Dunbar, and we've learned that Generals head coach Eric Shaw has resigned. He finished with a 45-59 record since being named the head man in 2013. Well wishes to Eric Shaw. Quarterback Tanner Pace, by the way, 26 yards on the carry. They would turn it over. Still in the first, Pace to Darion Stewart, turns it upfield, picks up 23 big ones. But again, the Generals can't cash in. Second quarter now, it's Cole Colony calling his own number from a couple yards out. Dunbar by 2, 21-19. They'll face Tate's Creek next week.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us next week for more great high school sports on the Scholastic Ball Report. But let's thank our team for being on the show and helping out with everything we do. Prep Spin King of Stream, William Warfield, Joel Clace, our director, and Bridget DeRees, our executive producer. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see, those you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.